Court finds this case should be dismissed.
You know this is wrong, Katie. Not here.
The autopsy found traces of heroin.
If you want me, I'll be wiping this trash off of Sylvie's name. They shot her up with drugs, brought her here, humiliated her. When they were through with her, they stuffed her body into a trash can.
We own you, Judge.
This case has got mob written all over it.
Katie, be careful.
I hope you know what you're talking about, Sylvie. They made me take off my clothes, and who knows where this water's been.
That's where the deal always goes down. Katie, I warned you to get your shot. You sure the lady got in all right?
Yeah, Gino and his Nichols are tailing her from the airport.
You got a choice group in there tonight, Sylvie.
Well, at least they're out of the cold, Mr. Keys.
Well, I hope they know it. So what'd you get for a total?
$928.
Well, not a bad night. Not that I'm complaining, but it seems a girl like you could do better than cashiering in my joint.
Are you thinking about putting me in the show, Mr. Keys?
I said better, not just different, honey. Thanks, Sylvie.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Keys.
I gotta go across the street.
Totals, Lieutenant.
Did you get it?
Got it, Sylvie. It's, 928.28.
That's the worst night since I've been here.
Don't give up the day job.
Katie, wait till Keys gets out of here. And pick up Evita quietly.
Perfect. He won't know what happened till he sees her in court.
He's clear.
Go get her, Katie.
No sweat, Terry. Open up, Evita. It's the police. Hey! What are you doing here?
Nothing, I swear to God, absolutely nothing.
You could have done that at home.
Hold, Vivita! Hold it right there. Hands against the wall. ¿Pero qué haces? No tienes ninguna prueba contra mí. Throw in the towel, Vita. You're under arrest.
And me without my camera.
Too much heat, maybe?
No, don't worry. Keys will make the drop.
You better. Getting tired of waking up in my car.
I've been watching the outfit run money through this bank for 2 months. Undercover agents have dropped $500,000 in the last 6. It's got to turn up.
Okay.
Keys will be here. The outfit expects him to deliver as scheduled. We're an annoyance, not a deterrent.
The organized crime guys got lucky when you went over there.
Thought I would be working vice and narcotics the rest of my life.
Forgive my impatience. This is it. We're going in.
We'll cover and follow.
Wait, you're under arrest. Get out.
Read him that right.
Stay right where you are. You're all under arrest.
On what charge? Money laundering, conspiracy, and operating an ongoing criminal enterprise. For starters, move. Get over there. Good morning.
We got it, Katie. The marked bills from the theater, Vita's drug money, the whole deal, we got it.
Who says money can't buy happiness? Don't worry, Sylvie. I'll never have to go back to work for him again.
All rise. The Honorable Judge Reardon presiding.
Court is now in session. This is a preliminary hearing on case 4214, the people of Illinois versus the New Bank of Chicago. Principal defendants are Paul Keyes, Gregory Fallon, and 10 John Does identified only by number in wiretap recordings. Mr. Baumann.
Defense wishes to request a continuance, contending that the nature of the evidence would require considerable time to substantiate through right of discovery.
May approach the bench. See what you have there, Counselor.
What's happening?
I don't know. Maybe it's just routine when so much of the evidence is electronic.
Court grants the defense 120 days stay. We'll set bond with counsel in chambers at 1 o'clock.
The evidence evidence is perfectly clear. The marked
You are in serious danger of being in contempt of court, young lady.
We have 6 months of intensive undercover investigation completely documented, Your Honor.
This court is in recess.
Cool off.
Court is recessed. Let's go.
You know this is wrong, Katie. We gotta do something.
Not here.
These guys are playing games with us. We gotta fight back. We gotta take these guys out.
Listen, you call McNichols and tell him what happened. I'll talk to the DA.
Okay, yeah, you talk to the DA, Katie. And maybe I'll just talk to the papers.
Saw some high-priced defense attorneys at work, that's all. It happens every day. I'm kind of sorry about your friend Sylvie.
We had hard evidence, and Sylvie spent 6 months undercover putting that case together.
It'll be hard evidence 120 days from now. So what?
Evidence has been known to disappear.
That's only in narcotics cases. Come on, Katie. Lighten up.
Hey, Spinelli.
Hey, don't shoot.
Take a look at this case. I am.
Joe, I've had calls out for you all day.
My secretary had to find me.
Well, tell her where you're going from now on.
This policewoman, Sylvie Swenson, has taken this case personal.
I'm not used to having that kind of display in my courtroom. I don't know exactly how this bank thing will turn out.
This bank thing is our biggest operation. That's what you're protecting.
You people are getting careless.
I hear she went crazy. Like a mental problem, that she's preoccupied with this thing. When can you dismiss the case?
I can't. I won't. At least not now.
Suppose we reach out to her, this lady cop, this, Sylvie.
Well, I don't know if money is the answer there. But you better try it.
Well, thanks for your permission. Money is usually the answer in my experience. Usually, if not always, huh, Judge?
It can't be. It's inconceivable.
The pictures are hard to argue with.
She was a hell of a cop. Vice, narcotics.
The first woman to run a major investigation of organized crime. Apparently, she never really left vice and narcotics.
I don't believe that, not for a moment.
You can be sure the papers will have it, too. The tabloids. It'll headline the 6 o'clock news. The public loves to believe this stuff.
Do you believe it?
Doesn't matter what I believe.
Is that what it takes to make commander? You get to a point where it doesn't matter what you believe. You do what you're told. I'm sorry, that was a cheap shot.
What are you doing? What's going on, Terry?
The autopsy found traces of heroin in her system. Then these photos came in the mail. Media's gonna have a field day.
You know this was set up, Terry.
That's what I think. Not what I know. The department can't bury a cop with honors who dies from a narcotics overdose after participating in an orgy.
So we're going to cancel her funeral and leave it at that?
Yes, about the funeral. No, about the case.
Terry, she died making that money laundering case.
We're gonna find out what happened. Now you and Gino and Cassidy work it. Go back over her last day. Now we're taking on some big targets. The bank, the bank's own officers. But we got 120 days to worry about that.
You mean the outfit has 120 days to bury the case, along with Sylvie? If you want me, I'll be wiping this trash off of Sylvie's name.
Okay, maybe you got a point.
Got a point, maybe. Every big shot in that bank should be looking at an indictment.
Look, Lieutenant, I got some basic agreements with you on this one. And with that redhead who doesn't know when to quit. But you're asking me to suspect a judge who's got 15 years on the bench over one irregularity.
Spinelli, how long have you had this job?
5 years. So what?
How many cases have you had in front of Reardon?
I don't know. 3, maybe 4. A couple of armed robberies, he was pretty tough on those.
Can you see a category difference between the bank money laundering case and the one you've had in front of him?
What are you doing, going to law school at night or something?
No, a policewoman is dead, died in disgrace, or murdered. And that murder carefully covered up.
All right. This case has got mob written all over it.
You gonna give me a cup?
You like this stuff?
I don't know, I didn't taste it yet. If Judge Reardon and Alderman Harris and Gregory Fallon played golf, who would make it a foursome?
Joe Kaufman.
The chief counsel for organized crime. Katie, be careful.
Paul Keyes, Judge Reardon, Alderman Harris.
very nice. Oh, hello,
Alderman Harris?
How are you?
Katie Mahoney.
Well, yes, I'm naturally anxious to participate and help any officer here, but is this the time and place?
Would you rather talk about it at the 39th Street Station, Alderman Harris?
Yeah, let's get on the street.
Good idea.
Bye-bye now.
As you may know, a policewoman is dead. She was killed during our investigation of a money laundering scandal.
Well, I read the details in the newspapers. Kind of a sordid death, wasn't it?
No, sir. Actually, she was killed in order to stop and cover up that scandal. And one of the men named as an officer of the bank under investigation just got out of the limo behind you.
Gregory Fallon is a respected member of this community.
And Paul Keyes, is he a respected member of the community, too?
I don't know anything about him,
He knows you. Using a front name, the Nonpartisan Citizens Committee, he's pumped thousands of dollars into your last 3 aldermanic campaigns.
How could I possibly know everyone that contributes in an election year?
And what about Judge Matthew Reardon?
He's a fine man.
And if the Nonpartisan Citizens Committee, which Paul Keyes, a porno theater owner, apparently heads, makes contributions to his name, too, what about that?
I have a meeting to chair now, Officer Mahoney.
You go ahead, sir. I have an investigation to run.
You see Mahoney's report on her interview with Alderman Harris?
I signed it. She really had him going, huh? I'll get her up here.
You'll do better than that. You'll get her off this case. This is the private patrol company's report of a breaking and entry at the porno theater owned by Paul Keyes 2 nights ago.
They got any good suspects?
We're talking about a burglary.
No, we're not talking about a burglary. We're talking about a dead policewoman and another one who's not willing to let the political shysters get away with it.
You suspend her or I'll suspend her. She's off this case. We have a problem.
Yeah, you're damn right you do. Having that policewoman killed was the worst mistake you people have made.
Nobody killed her. She died of an overdose. Her job got the better of her.
So what did you call me?
Her partner, Mahoney, she was in the bank with Sylvie Swenson. Turns out that she's just as bad. Tomorrow, Bauman calls everybody into court, and you dismiss the case in the interest of justice.
I can't dismiss the case. Coming on top of the scandal and the headlines, I could be driven from office.
I feel like celebrating. Let's see, how long has it been? 20 years? Doesn't seem that long. I remember you were having trouble with the bar exam, right? Listen, bring us top sirloin all the way around and we'll need some wine. Surprise us, all right? Where was I? Oh, yeah, right, yeah. So, after we straighten the mess out with the bar exam, we fix it up so you can work with this fancy schmancy law firm. Somebody and somebody, I don't know. Anyway, you didn't last there very long.
Keep your voice down.
And then we shoehorn him into the DA's office. Of course, we had a lot more pull over there back then.
What are you doing?
Arranging for your appointment to the bench. Now, that was a piece of work. Did you ever stop to think how much time and money went into putting you on the bench? Do you have any idea what happens if that safety net gets away?
I've got a lot of legit contacts in town, you know. I'm not totally powerless. I've got a wife and kids.
We paid for those kids, and we paid for your house. We own you.
I'll call you in the morning.
It's a lot better. Have a drink.
No, I don't want to drink. I'm not hungry.
Sure, I understand. You have a big day in court tomorrow. Judge.
I just got a lead on Sylvie's murder.
Send it over to me. You're off the case. Facing suspension.
For what? What have I done?
There's been a dozen complaints to the superintendent's office over that roust on Alderman Harris yesterday.
He's a crook. He's hand in glove with the outfit. Fallon was with him. Let Commander Flynn suspend me.
Katie, I gotta do it myself. It's a 10-day suspension. Turn over what you've got, and I'll work on it myself. I'm sorry, Katie.
This was fast.
Sit it out. It's 10 days, minimum.
What about Sylvie's murder?
You're out of it, but I promise we'll get to the bottom of it.
I'm not out of it. With or without the badge, I'm gonna make this case. I owe Sylvie this one. So you think you got something from Sylvie's pictures?
Look at this.
Sal's Pizza.
It's not bad. Crust a little thick for my taste.
On South State?
That's the one.
Thanks. I owe you a favor.
Hey, would you pick me up a small line of pasta? Salad.
Take off around the corner there. You go over around that side. We both go up. Don't let her get away.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
You knew?
Yeah.
You're cute. What are you in? I'm in Pink Heat. But the director's having creative problems with the script.
Uh-huh.
Maybe we'll do a scene together.
Maybe. I promise you'll never forget it.
Mama. Oh.
All right.
How's that?
I can't need a whole new front end. No, I just had that done. Hey, Judy. Sounds like you went to your mechanic.
Can't be. Guy's in jail.
Very funny.
Quiet, please. Everybody quiet. All right, let's go. Come on, come on. We finish on time, everybody gets a free watch, okay?
Can I help you with something? You have everyone's attention.
Are you in charge here?
Well, I'm the director, honey.
Move it over here, will you?
But the crew doesn't seem to know that.
Can we talk privately?
I'm busy. What do you want?
3 days ago, a cop named Sylvie Swenson was photographed here. She was found dead the next morning. I was her partner.
I read about that. Little moonlighter, huh?
Sylvie was a good person.
I don't know what that means anymore.
I want answers.
Papers say you got suspended.
I don't need a badge to get the truth out of you. They shot her up with drugs, brought her here, humiliated her. When they were through with her, they stuffed her body into a trash can. She was my friend.
I'm sorry. I can tell you who owns this place. Give you a list of clients, but that's about it.
Thank you.
10 minutes.
All right.
Try to keep everyone here, huh?
All right. Back to one, please. Everybody take it easy. Just stay where you're at. We'll be back at it in just a minute. Do your lines if you have to.
Ambulance and backup at 771 South Lee Street.
Lieutenant McNichols?
How can I help you, ma'am?
I'm Sylvie Swenson's mother.
Oh, sorry. How are you, ma'am? Well, have a seat, huh? Are you by yourself? Can I get you some coffee?
I don't want to take up too much of your time, sir. I came up from Springfield night before last, and I guess I've just been kind of wandering around. I saw Sylvie. I went twice.
I understand. Well, I really didn't know that Sylvie had any family. It seems to me we checked.
You can't blame Sylvie for that, sir. You see, I'm an alcoholic.
Oh, but surely...
So was Sylvie's father. And for years, I haven't known where he is. Much of the time she was growing up, Sylvie probably wasn't sure where we were.
You had a fine daughter if you didn't know.
I knew. You see, I finally made it to AA. And I got 6 years sober and clean now.
Sylvie know that?
Oh, sure. But you don't undo all the things you did wrong in a child's lifetime in 6 years. But 2 years ago, I called her. She came to see me. And last year, I came up here. It was so wonderful. I was so proud of her.
But she should have told somebody. That's a wonderful story.
She was busy and she was happy. And we finally loved each other.
Mrs. Swenson, what can I do for you?
You can not believe those things that they wrote about her in the paper. I don't care what kind of pictures they took. It's not something Sylvie would ever have done.
I know that. And we're trying to prove it now.
I feel better hearing that. If there's any way you could convince the others of that, so that she could have a police funeral with a flag, I could come back for that.
Mrs. Swenson, I don't know if I could make that happen. But on the last day of my life, I promise you, I'll be trying to make it happen. If it hasn't already.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mrs. Swenson.
Lieutenant! I hear you had to give Kate Mahoney a rest.
Let me worry about Katie. Have you had a chance to look at Sylvie Swenson's money laundering case?
It's funny you should ask. I just had a call. I got to be in court at 2 o'clock.
Reardon postponed it 120 days.
The defense has filed motions. He's going to rule on them this afternoon. They're asking for a complete dismissal of all charges.
But he can't do
The
that.
hell he can't. He might take some bad press and heat from the other judges, but he can do it.
I want a reinvestigation of the causes of Sylvia Swenson's death.
Now, look, the medical examiner's report's been published already. She's out of the headlines. You want to drag her back into all that?
This is a second summary.
Who ordered this up?
I did.
Death occurred around 6 in the morning. Large injections of heroin in both arms on an hourly basis over several hours before her death. That's a typical junkie binge. In and out of narcosis. No signs of a struggle.
No signs of a struggle when the heroin was injected into the veins. But after one shot of heroin, there wouldn't be any resistance to a second. Look, I told him to keep looking for marks and abrasions, anything related to the sexual relations.
Marks and contusions in the area of the Consistent with force.
Consistent with rape. Consistent with the theory that shot full of heroin, Sylvie still tried to fight off her killers.
That's only a theory. But I'll buy it.
Great.
The demise of a principal investigator whose testimony would have been necessary to verify the continuity of electronic surveillance.
Exception.
Exception is noted. Court finds this case should be dismissed in the interests of justice.
All rise.
What are you looking at?
Hello, I'm a police officer. May I see the judge, please?
I'm glad you're here. He just took a gun from his desk drawer.
What are you doing here?
Where are the wife and kids? That line's tapped.
I insisted that Sharon take the children to the lake.
Get them out of the house so they can hear about it secondhand? Let somebody else take care of the mess?
You're playing good cop or still, Mahoney. I have to use the bathroom.
Be my guest. Excuse me. Just checking.
Anything you say, officer.
Oh, yeah? Well, I don't care what he thinks. He's not paid to think. She got to the judge. I need an okay, and I need it fast. Thank you. I owe you for this.
What's happening?
We're taking out Mahoney and the judge.
Oh, the judge was drinking heavily when he left the courtroom. Now, she hasn't got enough on you to finish you in a court, even if you don't own it.
Come on. Reardon is a big boy. He knows you don't get out that way. He turned, that's all. Now we have to cover it up.
There's going to be an awful lot of heat on this, Joe. I mean, things are getting pretty touchy around here already. You know, she rousted me in public.
Let me take care of it, okay? You'll sleep better.
Judge Reardon? Open the door. No, you don't. Come on up. You want me to call your family? Stand up, damn it. You fall down and you could die on me. Sharon, the kids are going to be real proud. It's all coming out, Judge. Sylvie's murder, your ties to the mob, your payback to them by dismissing the case. Did you think it wouldn't? No! You're not checking out now. You want to rest in peace? You're going to have to play the last act square. You're going to fall, take those murderers with you. Make your family proud finally, not because you were a judge, but because you were a man. Who ordered the killing of Sylvie Swenson?
Kaufman. Joe Kaufman.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna call Lieutenant McNichols and get us an escort. Then we'll take you down to the station house, and you'll tell us the whole story. Line's dead.
Maybe there is no way out. They really wouldn't understand it at all. The loyalty that one cop has to another.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I'm okay, Katie.
This is badge 28668. Get me Lieutenant McNichols.
Patching you through 28668.
Katie?
Terry, I've got reasonable cause to arrest Joe Kaufman in the murder of Sylvie Swenson. The reasonable cause is sitting next to me in my Bronco.
Are you all right, Katie?
Yeah, I'm fine. Let's get him.
Nothing. I can't reach anybody over at the judge's house, but there are cops all over the place.
Get me out of here.
Police, stay where you are. What am I doing? I'm talking to myself, man. Spam!
You want to hear your rights?
I want a lawyer.
You forgot. You are a lawyer.
Tuesday at 10, 9 Central, Spencer is tempted by the advances of a beautiful Russian ballerina who comes to him for help with a KGB breathing down her neck. Robert Urich is Spencer for hire. Now stay tuned for The Love Boat next on ABC.